Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Today is December 2nd, but I'm gonna upload this video for tomorrow for December 3rd. So it will be a part of Vlogmas Day 3. So something has been weighing on my mind since like March. And it's been kind of like back and forth. And I feel like I have to talk about it because I feel like God is telling me to talk about it. And then yesterday during Bible study, I had the reassurance that I should talk about it. It's about acceptance and friendships and relationships. I don't know if this video is going to be a story time or I don't know what it's going to be called. I just need to talk about it because I feel like some people are going through it. And I got the reassurance yesterday through someone during Bible study. So it's about relationship, friendships, moving to new places, and it's been bothering me. And it's like, so I moved to Tampa. Yes, I'm in Tampa. I'm originally from Miami. I'm Dominican descent. So I moved to Tampa in 2019 of August, and for school. So I was in school for speech language pathology, CSD, and honestly I didn't know anybody at the school. I didn't know anybody in Tampa, but I felt like God was telling me to come to Tampa, and I've always wanted to come to Tampa. So, and I kept getting reassurance to come to Tampa from my friend Rakaya and from God in general. Obviously from God, because without God I wouldn't be here. So when I started school, I met some people, and they'll be, because my mom always told me the friends you meet in college or after college or even after high school, they will be in your life forever. They'll be the ones to stay. So I met this girl, I'm not gonna say her name. I met her literally during my first class on campus as a speech major. And it shocked me because I was just like, I'm not the type of person, I wasn't the type of person to like just introduce myself, because I was terrified. Like terrified, because I don't just go straight up to people. And I was just like, see, just do it. You're in a new city, make some new friends. You need to just do it. And I did it. And I'm so glad I did it. She's so nice. Got a message. She was so nice. She's nice. She's sweet. She reminded me of me and my friend from Miami, my sister friend in Miami. So then after meeting her, I met other people that were in the major. So we all sat as a group together in the class and whatnot, homework, studied, tests, and all that stuff. So after that semester, I felt in October, I felt like speech pathology was not my major anymore. So something in my head told me to go to ABA, which is applied behavior analysis. And I ran that by my sister, and it was more clarity because it felt that it was more for me. It really felt like it was more for me. So I decided to do the major switch, and I did. So now my major is applied behavior analysis. Well, behavioral health care, but in the concentration of applied behavior analysis. And in applied behavior analysis. And I started that major in January of this year, 2020. So I did my new major. I didn't know anyone. I didn't meet anyone. I met new people, but everything changed because of COVID, because COVID started hit after spring break around March 20th. And it literally changed, well, it changed everybody's life. And I started to feel alone, I started to feel depressed, I started to feel, my anxiety went up because I was in my apartment every day. And I didn't know anyone. So, well, I knew people, but I was trying to stay away from people because Corona was going on and it wasn't as serious as it was in March. But as it started to hit in April, May, June, July. So I was family when I came back from spring break. It was the last time I hung out with them. I went to go to this girl's apartment to hang out when I came back from spring break. So something just felt off to me because I was just texting her, the girl I met the first day of class. She invited me to go to this girl's house. And this is in the apartment, at her apartment. So I was like, why wasn't I invited in the first place? Something felt very shady to me, off to me, because I was just like, but then also something told me not to go, but I still went. But then when I went, something just felt really weird. But I felt accepted afterwards because I was just like, Sierra, just shrug it off. I was like, just shrug it off. It's not a big deal. But then as the months went by, I started to see posts on social media about these specific individuals. So I was like, why didn't they invite me? Why are they posting it? Why is God letting me see these Instagram posts, Snapchat posts? So I was like, okay. And I told my sister, she reassured me that these things happen for a reason. And then I also, when she started explaining it, I was like, when she started to explain it, I was like, God was also telling me these things that people aren't meant to stay in your life for a reason. People come into your life to teach you something, to help you, to motivate you, to help you see the world from a different perspective. And I know that friends come and go, but this really bothered me because I thought at least two of these people were actually my friends. But then at this point, I don't see them as my friends anymore because I would text them just to say hi and I wouldn't get a response. So then, not too long ago, maybe a couple weeks ago, I decided to, maybe a couple days ago, I decided to block their number off on my phone, deleted it. I deleted and blocked it. Because here's my thing, why I would text someone, right? But then when I text them, all of a sudden they're viewing my Insta stories and my Snapchat. So I'm like, you could view my Insta stories, you could view my Snapchat, you could see my TikToks, but then you can't text message me back. Like, I had a present for someone's birthday. Like, I would text her, she didn't want to respond. And then I went to go help my sister move. And then she invited me, the specific girl, she invited me to Jacksonville. She invited me to him on her birthday. Because that's when I wasn't here in Tampa for her birthday, and she invited me. So I was like, why is she inviting me? I don't talk to her, I don't see her, why? But then she's also a very nice person. She's sweet, she's caring, she has good energy. But then it's like, I felt like God put me in a different city at that moment with my sister to help her move, to save me from getting hurt again. And I didn't really want to go out because I don't know if they were going to club or else to eat or something. I didn't really want to go because of COVID. And the cases were high again in October. So hopefully that's what I'm saying is making sense. It just, being in a new city, not knowing anybody, it's just, I know people, but it's like, I have two friends I met. I met my friend Elaine on campus, and she wasn't the same major. And in my CSD major I was in fall of 2019. And I met her again. I was sitting in a chair in the student center, and then she came up to me. I did not expect that. At all. And I was like, God brought her to me for a reason, and I'm so grateful because I needed Christian friends. Because when I was in my other major, they would make fun of me for being a Christian. Sierra goes to church. All Sierra does is go to church. It's like, and in my head, what's wrong with going to church? I'm a Christian, I believe in God. I'm here for a reason. And it's like, it bothered me, but I still kept talking to these people and being around these people. And I knew me being apart from them now happened for a reason. It just bothers me how people are just so, I don't want to use the wrong word, different. Like, they're fake up front, but then they're fake up front, but then behind closed doors, they show who they really are. And back to my friend, I met in my CSD major when I met her when we were talking about God. Then I found out who I knew that she's meant to be in my life. And I call her the little sister I've always wanted, because I always wanted a little sister. And I have a twin sister, but she's older than me. But I still love you, Chelsea, so I always will. I know, but then through Elaine, I met other people, Caroline, I met this whole organization. Without her, without that girl Elaine, I would have not have met I would have not met Caroline, I would have not been in Bridges, I would have not been in BCM, I wouldn't have met other individuals that are Christian. And I'm so glad that this girl in Elaine, it's like, I'm trying not to cry, it's like, I did not expect to meet Christian friends in Tampa because I felt so lost and I felt like I needed to belong. And I was so hurt by these other girls that didn't invite me to anything. I know they were talking about me because I didn't do anything wrong. I know I didn't. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm just saying in general that those girls came in my life for a reason. And I'm glad they did, because without them, I wouldn't be where I am. Because as soon as I switched majors, I felt like I was alone. I felt lost. I felt like I had no friends. And it's like, at this point, if I knew then what I knew at this moment right now, I would just be like, peace out. I don't want to see y'all anymore. Goodbye. And I'm just grateful that I'm in a different headspace. I still think about what happened before, not like now, but it doesn't affect me how it affected me months ago in March, April, May, June, July. I'm just in a whole different headspace because of God. God brought me through it, and it's like, I'm so grateful because I know if I didn't have a relationship with God, then I would be completely lost. I don't know where I would be mentally. And I'm so thankful for my sister because she made it more clear to me that, and God made it more clear to me that not everyone in your life is meant to stay there. People are basically stepping stones. I don't mean to walk over people. I mean that the people you meet in life aren't supposed to be there forever. They're supposed to teach you. They're supposed to help you grow. They're supposed to... God showed me these people because I know that they're not supposed to stay in my life. I just knew that they were meant to show me something. And not by physically showing me something, but by helping me realize what real is, who God is, or what their purpose was. And I'm so glad God taught me to switch majors. I'm so glad I met Nalaine, I met Caroline. I'm so glad I had my sister. And I have, not have. I'm so glad for Bridget. I'm so glad for BCM. I'm so glad for this Bible study. And it's just like, I'm glad for my friend Nalaine, Rakaya, and Betty, because they, and my cousin Karen. And it's like, without them, I don't know where I would be right now. Because this whole coronavirus, my God, it taught me so much. And I know other people went through more terrible things. Well, this is not terrible. I know it's like first world problem, but it's like, I got a reassurance during Bible study yesterday that of the feeling of feeling to be accepted or of importance. And somewhere someone else, even somebody I know, might be going through the same thing. So I'm hoping that people know that God brings you to a new place in life for a reason. And without God and being a Christian, all you can do is count on God, because He will get you where you have to be or where you should be. Let God work in your life and let Him bring you where you have to be. Don't force anything. Don't think you have to be extra or put yourself in a situation where you have to depend on other people. I didn't necessarily depend on them, but I just felt like they were supposed to be my friends. And it's just like, maybe I'm seeing something different, but it just bothers me how some people are just different. Don't be fake to my face, and you're real behind closed doors. Because I know for a fact that don't think you did anything wrong. Some people are just different to the point that you just have to push yourself back away. Don't keep going. Step away. Don't do it. Let God work. And I know this video is all over the place. I just feel like I had to post this. Because it's been weighing on my mind, my heart for months. And I just got clarity today, yesterday during Bible study. No, I don't have corona. It's very cold in my apartment and I just got the heater to work. Thank God. So I was freezing. It was like 63 degrees in this apartment. It was so cold. Off topic, but yeah. So I probably said this already. All I want to say is that don't feel like the first people you meet are supposed to continuously be there in your life. If you see a sign at first, make sure you check the sign and check yourself before you keep going. God knows who's supposed to be in your life. Whether you're in a new city, in the same old city, same old city. Whether you're in a new city, a different city, a new apartment where you have no friends. You have people that care for you. Just make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you're following God. Make sure God's telling you to keep going. And yeah, so hopefully this video makes sense. I'm pretty sure it does. So I just want to say thank you to Nalaine, Caroline, the foolish goats. You know what I mean. Those girls. Thank you for the Bible study. I thank you for Rakaya, Nadine, my sister. I'm just so grateful. Thank you for the Bible study people I was with yesterday. I'm just so grateful. I thank you for Bridges. I'm just like, God knows how to work. You just have to listen. So, love you guys. Thank you, my cousin Karen. I'm forgetting somebody else, but most of all, I want to thank God because I know without him, I don't know where I would be right now. I don't even want to think where I would be because I would think the worst. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, maybe even ring that bell. Thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. Peace.